We have to have those outcomes at the course level, and every faculty member needs to understand what they're achieving at that course level. But my concern is always, how does that fit into the larger good for what we're trying to achieve? And you hit on it. You know, we can't assume that somebody's going to have something at the end if we haven't figured out where we've put it in at the beginning. And so often in continuing ed units, we're operating with a plethora of adjuncts, which are wonderful, except they're operating on an individual course. And so that's the course and that's their focus. And they need to understand that they can't skip X because it's part of the larger piece. It's got to be transparent. They've got to understand where that course fits in to the rest of the curriculum. So if I opt to change a textbook and the new textbook doesn't have something in it that becomes critical for something later on, I got to figure out how to adjust that. Or there's got to be a conversation. Is it still important that we do it? It's been another thing that's occurred recently is we have a very active master's in social work at the university. And as a result of their assessment of student learning and getting results, they discovered that the students were not writing at the level that they felt they should be writing for the master's. And they said, well, so does this mean we're not accepting the right people? Or does this mean that they didn't gain the skill, or they've been in the industry, or we've all spent too much time texting and writing emails that we forget how to write research? And they brought me into the conversation and they said, with the background, what would you do and how do you do it? And so we went through this whole process. Well, in January, we're kicking off a 4-week non-credit review of English for research course that we're asking all of their students who didn't score a certain thing to attend. They don't have an option. They've got to show if they want to continue in reg. Now they're going to be taking it. It's $80 for the 4 weeks. It's 2 hours on Tuesday nights for 4 weeks in a row. But we've put in 2 English faculty. We've brought the English faculty in. We've brought the master's faculty in. And we said, what do we want them to get out of this? What are they not? What kind of writing are you not seeing? What kind of writing do you want to see? And therefore, what are we going to teach? And we've actually hired, we're going to have, for a class of 20, we've got 2 faculty. So that is, one is teaching and they've written something. The other faculty members in the back reviewing it, so that night they get immediate response. It's going to be really creative. I'm really excited about it. And we're going to run it twice a year for new classes coming up. And we'll see at the end if that makes a difference. You know, I think we'll know pretty quickly if it makes a difference, but we're going to see. So the whole point of being able to say this isn't, and you got to remember, it's not that the faculty isn't doing it right. Most times it's because we haven't established the curriculum to do it right. We haven't put in the course what is necessary to give the student the skill to be able to carry it forward.